I'm going to show you how you can build your very own LinkedIn automation system using only one tool, Claude Code. No more subscriptions. Use this system and you're going to be able to automate the outreach for your or somebody else's business. There's plenty of softwares out there that you can happily pay hundreds or thousands of dollars every single month to do this sort of thing, but we can now automate it thanks to Claude and some of their features. So let me show you how you can build this system. And I'm going to give you a little tip at the end as well on how to really convert those people that connect back with you into paid bookings. As you can see, Claude is literally controlling my browser. I've got no hands on the keyboard right now, and it's sending these connection requests out for me. Not only that, but after it sent these connection requests, it actually updates this Airtable that Claude actually made for me, and it keeps track of everything. Who we've sent, who's been accepted, have we sent a Loom follow-up, etc. And this is all done automatically using one skill that you guys are going to get. Now, understanding how this system works is actually quite simple. So I'm going to walk you through this with a little diagram. So our main tool that we're using to actually be able to automate this whole process is Claude Cowork. But Cowork is useless if we don't have this little document over here, which is the Claude skill. So using these two things, the skill, oh, look at this writing, beautiful. The skill tells Claude, it is a structured kind of document that says, do this, then this, then this. I'm going to give you guys the skill. You'll see it's quite straightforward what it does. It tells Claude to open LinkedIn, grab the leads from wherever you store them. I store them in Airtable, maybe you store them in Google Sheets, wherever. And then it basically tells Claude Cowork to behave a certain way because LinkedIn aren't foolproof. We still need to kind of act human to get past the AI detectors, right? Because LinkedIn hates automation. All you need to do is go and see what companies don't actually show up on LinkedIn. Apollo is one of them. HeyReach, another. These are tools that let you automate and scrape LinkedIn. LinkedIn hate them, but we're bypassing that by using Claude Cowork. So the difference and why this method specifically lets us actually automate sending connection requests with very little to zero chance of being detected is because it actually controls your laptop as if it were a person, meaning it doesn't go and interact with the JavaScript or interact with the website. It actually controls OS level events on your computer. It clicks your mouse, it types on your keyboard. And by it, I mean Claude Code is the one that does this. So if we have these three working in our favor, we're able to automate literally any social media scraping, which is notoriously hard because they hate scraping and they hate automated actions on their sites. Now, before I go any further, if you're going to be using this system for automated outreach on your account, there are some hard limits that you need to understand. I know that Phantom Buster have these. Let me just pull them up right real quick. So as you can see, I just pulled up the Phantom Buster docs. Now these are the request limit. Weekly connection requests. If you've got a free account, don't be sending more than 100. This skill, there's nothing stopping you from just saying, yeah, go and send 1,000 connection requests. But if you do that, then your account will get banned or at least limited. So it's really important that you stay within these connection limits. Otherwise, your account is just going to get banned. Now, so when we have the system set up, we're going to put the skill into Claude Cowork, and then we're going to do something quite cool. We're going to add a schedule in there. And what this schedule is going to do is it literally lets Claude Cowork take these actions at a certain hour, a certain time of day, every single week, every single day, whatever you want. So what I do is I use this whole, this is a nice little diagram. I like this. It lets me do this, and it lets me schedule the sending of connection requests for every morning at like 10 past 8, at 12, and I would highly recommend you kind of spread these out. So let's get into actually setting up the system and getting this thing working. So you're going to need the Claude desktop app because we need access to Claude Cowork. By the way, this only works for the Pro or Max version, so make sure you get that as well. Once we are in Cowork, which is the second tab over here, what we're going to do is we're going to click onto Customize, and we're going to go into Skills. And as you can see, I've already got this skill downloaded, but when you guys are in here, you're going to click on plus, create a skill and upload a skill. And that's where you're going to upload this skill. But let's take a little bit of a look into this skill to kind of just see what it's saying. As you can see, this is connected to my Airtable base. This first part, if you're using Airtable, you can basically just copy that and build it yourself out in Airtable. If you're starting from Google Sheets, nothing's stopping you from modifying this, so you can do that. Then what we do is we tell Claude in this skill, the run logic. So this is kind of just stuff to say that this is how you're going to behave. First of all, the attacker is the first run of the day, because if it's the first one of the day, then we're going to do all 3 of the phases. So phase 1, sends. We want to grab the profile URL. We want to basically click connect and do that. And it tells Claude to take some screenshots, blah, 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 blah. Phase number 2 is we're going to check for connection requests. So we're obviously sending this every single day. We want Claude to figure out if people have actually accepted that connection request. If so, it's going to then update our Airtable and give us a little notification to say, record them a video to do our outreach. Number 3, withdrawals. It's very important that you don't skip this. I got burnt doing this using Phantom Buster. I sent out a bunch of connection requests. I had it automated and I wasn't withdrawing people. So there was a huge stack of pending connection requests on my LinkedIn account. Easy to flag out that you're doing automated outreach if you're doing something like that. So after 14 days is kind of the rule. You need to delete the connection request if they haven't accepted. But luckily for us, this skill does it for us. And then it does a little final report so that we can actually come into the Claude Cowork skill and Claude Cowork chat and just see, all right, what happened? Was there any issues? How many sends did we do? How many have accepted? Blah, 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 blah. So that's the skill. You're going to upload that into your Claude Cowork session. And then you are going to set up the schedule. Now, how we set up the schedules is we're going to come here on schedules and we're going to click on new task. So your computer does need to be awake for this. I'm quite lucky. I bought a new computer literally for this YouTube channel. So I have an old computer, which I just basically use as a server, and I have Keep Awake on that. And I just have that plugged in. If you don't have that, it's not the end of the world. You can just run this every single day whenever you come onto your laptop and when it works. But I would highly recommend you click on this, Keep Awake. That way, if your laptop is plugged in and you're running this, you have a schedule, then it's just going to run and it's not going to trip up and fall over. So we're going to click on new task and we'll just call it LinkedIn connection, sending, and then description, send LinkedIn connections. And then in here, we're going to say send 5, and I'll tell you why 5 in a bit. Send 5 connections using / and our skill. Do check-ins, do all phases, because this is going to be the first one of the day. Here, you can just put, I would put a Sonnet model because this isn't crazy work. It doesn't need to be an Opus 4.7. You're going to just be burning tokens. You can probably get away with lower, but I haven't tested a lower one yet. You're going to want to go act without asking because, again, this is scheduled. And then we are not working in a project, so do not click on that. Frequency, you're going to put this daily, and I kind of want it to go on the mornings. So you can actually go online and look at the best times to send connection requests in your area. Normally, like around about 1 is quite good from experience, but for this situation, I'm warming my account up. So I'm actually sending 3 different batches. I'm going to create 3 different schedules for that. So you're going to click save, and that's the schedule created. Now, this is literally it, guys. You have just set up a LinkedIn automation that's going to run every day at 8:10 and send out connection requests. It's as crazy as that. But I'm going to run this for you now, just so you can actually see this thing working. So we've clicked run. I've missed a very, very, very important part. You are going to need, for this to work, you're going to have Claude installed in your browser. So as you can see here, I have like this little Claude thing. If you don't have it there, all you're going to do is click on extensions. You're going to go manage extensions. You're going to go in here. We're going to go to the Chrome Web Store. And then we're going to click on this X and we're going to go Claude, search Claude. And this top one, obviously is installed for me, but you're going to need to install this and log in. And this needs to be logged in so that Claude Cowork is actually able to take control of your browser. If this isn't logged in, then it's not going to work. And the way you log in is literally just click on this here and you can see there. Now this is using Claude Computer Use, as you can see. And let's just double check if that thing has actually started. Yeah, you can see that it's actually fetching the records from Airtable now, and it's going to be sending 5 connection requests. So this is brilliant. Okay, so as you can see, we have now started the outreach. It's just run into a little error, but the great thing about this is even if there is little errors, Claude will actually just take a screenshot of your screen, and then it's going to fix itself and pick it back up and get on with sending those connection requests. As you can probably see in here, you can see bam, 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 it's going, it's zooming, it's waiting 3 seconds, and it's figuring out what it needs to do. Boom, there we go. It actually just picked itself up and it's carrying on. So by the way, you can see that orange little mouse? It's going to go on and click connect any second now. If it doesn't want to come on, Claude, man. We're doing a little tutorial to show how good you are and you're taking all this time. Yes, finally. Okay, good. So it's doing that and it's going to send the invitation without a note. So that is exactly how you're going to automate your outreach. But there's one last tip that's going to make your outreach just stand out from all of this AI slop. Now, there's a bunch of AI stuff out there and a bunch of tools that let you actually automate the sending of messages, even responding to messages on LinkedIn. Don't do it. The reason why is LinkedIn is already filling up with AI slop. And this stuff doesn't help, right? We're getting AI sending connection requests. I get it, right? But game is the game and we need to be able to grow our revenue as businesses, right? So how are we actually able to kind of combat all this AI slop on LinkedIn everywhere is by showing up in person. It's by recording Loom videos, voice notes, and sending those to your prospects. And the reason that this stands out so much is just because of how much AI shit is out there. And this is going to make you look, it's just a counter position. And it's going to make you see, oh, this person's taking me seriously. They've taken time out of their day to send me a personalized little message, even if it's a little 1-minute voice note with your offer. It's really, really good. So please, automate the boring stuff, but whenever it comes to actually getting in touch with your prospects, keep that as human as possible. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope that you're able to actually increase your pipeline using this sort of tool. If you guys want more tutorials, please feel free just to come and let me know in the comments what kind of stuff you are. And this is a new channel, so any support, any subscribes that I can get, I will happily take. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you for watching.